What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode on my channel. As always, I'm Jay, and today I'm going to be dishing out my thoughts on the first and second episodes of The Inhumans, which finally premiered on ABC because I wasn't about to see that shit in IMAX. And before I start, guys, this video will contain some light spoilers, so if you haven't seen it and you think you might want to, this is going to be touching on some small little bits and pieces in the story of the first two episodes. But without further ado, here's my review on The Inhumans. What's been happening a lot with this series so far, especially with the first two parts being released in IMAX, is that it's been getting tons and tons of hate from the critics. Now, I definitely wasn't going to be spending that much money to go and see this on the big screen, especially since this is a TV show and it's really meant to be seen on a small screen. So things like budget, acting, story, all that stuff do play a factor and are kind of diminished or manipulated a little bit to suit that kind of time frame of that hour, half an hour to an hour time frame of any show. So I knew I didn't want to go and sit my ass down all the way away from my house, about half an hour, in an IMAX theater, which costs money, just to see something that I was going to see maybe a few weeks to a month after it premiered. I DVR'd it, did not watch it on premiere night, but I watched the first two episodes because they looped it into a 2-hour special, and I gotta say, I was mildly, interested. Not impressed. I was about to say impressed, but I was interested, mostly because I'm not really big on the Inhumans. I don't really know much about them. Do I know the characters? I only know about Black Bolt, Medusa, and Karnak. And most of my experience with Black Bolt has come from the Earth X, Paradise X, Universe X series, in which he's got this badass suit of armor. I really didn't mind these first two episodes, and I kind of enjoyed it. And I was definitely more interested in it than watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for the past freaking first, second, and third seasons, or whatever seasons they had, up until they got Ghost Rider in there. Will I give the show a chance? Absolutely. I think that they cast pretty good. I wasn't too sold on the casting of Medusa necessarily, and it's nothing against the actress. I don't really know her work too well, but I just felt like I didn't know how it was going to work with the 3D hair and all that other stuff. But I mean, if I can tolerate a 3D Lockjaw and how cute he is, I think I can definitely give her a shot for sure. And I don't think that there's any necessarily bad actors in this. I don't really find a purpose for Gorgon. If there was one thing that I complain about, that is probably his terrible looking hoofs. But anyway, getting back to the Inhumans, I really did like the cast. I thought that Anson Mount was actually very awesome as Black Bolt. And I found it very interesting that he used sign language and everything to speak. And I found that his story was very tragic. And that's kind of what really hooked me in, is the fact that he just uttered one word and killed his mom and dad. So that really messes with you. I'm sure that that does add to the character's depth, and it really did in my opinion. And then the part where him and his brother Maximus were kind of, in the same room as Maximus is leading a coup, he was about to say something, and then all of a sudden, Lockjaw comes in at the last second and stops him from killing his brother and the people trying to overtake and overthrow him. I thought that that made for some very awesome tension. But yeah, so overall, guys, as a first pilot episode and episode 2, I did enjoy the series so far. I am going to give it more of a chance, much like any new show that I am slightly interested in, and because it's Marvel, I do want to see how this show does. It's better than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in my opinion. It's better than Agent Carter because it's actually focusing on superpowered beings, which is always my bread and butter whenever it comes to Marvel, anything. Why would you want to watch Marvel if it's about regular human beings? But anyway, guys, I definitely recommend checking out the first 2 episodes. That way you can kind of get a full scope of what the feel of the show is. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to it, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint. I would rate this maybe a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It's something different, it's something new, which might take a little bit of getting used to, but it is good nonetheless, and I'm really interested in seeing how the politics of the kingdom and everything on Adelon work out, especially with Maximus. And it was, just a little sidebar note here, it was weird seeing the guy who was Ramsay being kind of a bad guy, but neutered a little bit, no pun intended, from his Game of Thrones role, because he was very dastardly and evil in that one, and I'm getting the sense that he is in this one, but yet, because it's on a mainstream and an actual cable network that is for the public and not a premium channel, he's going to be having to be a lot more behaved than his original role that we all know him for. But anyway, guys, comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the Inhumans pilot, if you've seen it. If you haven't, also let me know what you expect out of it or hope to see in the show. Again, I'm not really big on the Inhumans. I don't know much about the series of comics, other than small little bits, like I said, about Black Bolt, Medusa, and Karnak. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, leave all the feedback down below, even if it's negative feedback. And until next time, guys, I'm Jay. Take care. Bye.